Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY back with another video. The Vancouver Canucks, could they make another trade with the Arizona Coyotes? I want to talk about a rumor and talk about an article that was out there, and I also want to talk about the potential moves for the Vancouver Canucks. So I did make a JT Miller video pretty recently. As I made this video, he hasn't been traded yet. We'll see if that changes, but I think for the Canucks it's really interesting. I think when you look at their dynamic, I think they're a good team. I said they're a good team, and honestly, their kind of message going into this offseason and for next season was, let's get some size and speed into our lineup. They did that in free agency through MCKAY. I think MCKAY is one of the fastest options you can get in the league. I mean, he's got other things with him that are not the most positive. I think his decision making sometimes is questionable. I think his control on the puck sometimes is questionable, but he's improved a lot. Last year he showed signs of really creativity. He's not as much textbook as he was. He's driving the net more often than not. Scoring percentage got higher. So I think for MCKAY, it was a good addition for the Canucks. A little risky in terms of price, but you got the speed aspect, and now maybe some more size. MCKAY has size. And that's where I go. Lawson Crouse is a target for a lot of teams right now, I think. RFA, through arbitration, as I make this video, things could change. But I think Lawson Crouse, even if he signed with Arizona, I still think a couple guys on that Arizona team, man, I think they're a target. And Chychrun's obviously that big name that's come out of Arizona recently, but a guy like Lawson Crouse should be a target for a lot of teams. Bigger left wing, can put the puck in the back of the net, could be a 20-goal scorer in this league consistently. So I think if you put Lawson Crouse in the top six role, he could be a really big breakout candidate full-time. So I've talked about it with the Leafs. I've talked about it with the Bruins. I think we're heavily targeting Lawson Crouse last year, and I think the Canucks could be one of those teams as well. I think the Canucks could also look at Arizona for dumping contracts again in some scenario, attaching picks or prospects. When you look at what they did, dumping Louis Eriksson and those contracts to Arizona and getting OEL back, I think it could be a similar situation if they sent like a Tyler Myers, a Tanner Pearson, or both. Like one of those guys, attach a pick and a prospect to get a Lawson Crouse. It could be really interesting. A second-round pick, a prospect or two, attach Pearson to that, and get a Lawson Crouse. Lawson Crouse would be the upgrade over Pearson 100%, and he's only 25. Like the age difference is big there too. So I think it also really depends on if the Canucks trade JT Miller. So there's different sides of this perspective. Will the Canucks trade JT Miller as I make this video? They haven't yet. And would they target a guy with size in the left wing? Because yes, JT Miller, I like what he brings with his frame. I like what he brings in terms of his speed. Combined with that, and obviously JT Miller, very skilled. When you talk about a guy, like we're talking about a bunch of guys, like Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Tkachuk, all these guys that somehow find their way this offseason and either moving or trades or free agency. 100-point players are really hard to come by. So we'll see, guys. Guys over 90 points, guys around 100 points, you got to pay the price. And I think the Canucks are waiting for that to see if they can get some kind of pretty good return on JT Miller and then go from there. So will the Canucks trade JT Miller? Will they trade Tyler Myers? Will they trade Tanner Pearson? Will they trade Jason Dickinson or run it back with him one more year? There's some guys that the Canucks could look to move. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. And yeah, honestly, guys, I always want to see you guys in the comments, and always hit that like button. All right, thank you so much, guys. See you on the next video or stream. Peace out.